Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I am giving you a book haul, plus a book unhaul, a mini unhaul. I have put the books I'm hauling into genre. I've sorted it by genre, and I'm going to start with the genre that interests me the most, which is the thriller and horror genre. Starting off so strong, I'm going to tell you where I got all of these. Spoiler alert, they're all thrifted. They are all thrifted. I found a certain hunger at an op shop, a thrift store, for $3. I feel like this is such a weird find. It's such a popular book on Pinterest and Booktube and things like that. And I've been interested in this for a while. And as I was just about to leave the store, I was like, let me just do a quick scan, another quick scan, and it's a little damaged, but I saw a certain hunger and I was like, wait, is that the right a certain hunger? And it was. And I'm excited to get to this one. And it's in the cover that I like, because I'm pretty sure there's another cover that's like really ugly. Then I found The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I swear this has been a thing for so long. I swear I remember it from OG Booktube, but I don't know if that's true. It might have been a different book, or it might just be the author, Kirsten White. I think she did the Selection series. I love Frankenstein, and I'm gonna get my hands on all the Frankenstein retellings. This is about his wife, her story, or how this author interprets her story to be. Apparently gothic, horror, and I'm really excited for this. It's pink, it's so pretty. So that was kind of all the horror specific ones. There's only 2, but there is 4 thrillers I have to share with you. There's like 20 books in total. I found this at a thrift shop. I struggle to say that. Thrift shop. I found it at an op shop. 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. This was so popular. What was it, last year? I think. But this was $4 at an op shop. By the way, I got this one for 50 cents. 50 cents. This was $4, and I don't know if this is going to be for me. I read the first chapter and I already found the main character insufferable. I can push past that because it is a thriller, but yeah, I don't know. 5 Survive, it's just a thriller about 6 friends, and one of them is being stalked to kill. If you try to run, I will shoot. And they have to figure out which one of them the sniper killer person is after. Then I found Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I have her other books, and I wanted this one because after Gone Girl, this is the one that intrigued me the most over Dark Places. I'm a little upset it doesn't match the cover of my other ones. You can't see them, but they're matching. This isn't. But it's fine. This was $1. It's a thriller about this woman wait, what? There's 2 little girls that went missing. She's sent to investigate. I think there's a lot of mental health in this and some trigger warnings, so. I found The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena, and I do already own this book, but the cover I have is blue and ugly, and this is so much better. And this was 50 cents, so I was like, if it's 50 cents, I'm going to get it, even if I already own it. I can sell or give away my other one and just keep this one. I have not read this book yet, but it's not very long, so this is about a couple that goes to stay for dinner at their neighbor's house, and they leave their baby at home in the crib. I think they have like a baby monitor, and they go back every however often, I think, to check. But obviously the baby gets taken, and you're just figuring out what happened and who the bad guy is. Lastly, for thrillers, I found Locust Lane. This is a thriller that I have had tagged on Libby, as want to read for a long time. I think the cover is so nice, just this bird's eye view of these like autumn trees and a car on the road. It just looks so nice. This is actually an ex-library book, but I took off everything that I could. I don't really remember what this is about. Someone went missing 20 years ago or something like that, or a woman's body is found dead in the nicest part of town. I think I was getting like 20 years thing from a different book. I think that's literally a book called 20 Years Later or something like that. But this is just your typical murder mystery. I don't really know much about that. I mean, I don't really love to know a whole lot about a thriller before reading it, just like the basics. So yeah. Now I'm going to move on to fantasy. The top of the fantasy stack. Oh, I keep forgetting. This was $2. At the top of the fantasy stack, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I don't know, I'm bad with names. This I got for $2, and this is another one that I swear was on OG Booktok. Like, I swear. I mean Booktube. Why do I keep saying Booktok? I swear this was so popular on Booktube before Booktok was ever even a thing. And I remember the Booktube girlies that I used to watch reading this and either loving it or hating it. And it's just about two different types of blood. One of them's like royalty or something like that, or commoners and elite. The reds are commoners, ruled by a silver elite in possession of godlike superpowers, and the main character is a red, but she has a talent, a deadly talent of her own, and it's just a fantasy book. It's just a fantasy book with different blood types, bloodlines that mean different things. And I found this arc of the Book of Doors. I have heard a little bit about this book, not too much, but I know it's fantasy because it's, if you could open a door anywhere, where would you go? Or to anywhere, where would you go? New York bookseller Cassie Andrews is living an unassuming life when she is given a book by a favorite customer. At the very front is a handwritten message. This is the Book of Doors. Hold it in your hands, and any door is every door. And she soon discovers that the book bestows extraordinary abilities on whoever possesses it, and that there are other rare books just like it. But where there's magic, there's power. And where there is power, there are people who will stop at nothing to possess it. Because some doors should never be opened. This was $4. It was a bit much, but I really liked the spine. And it sounds interesting enough. Then I have the second Game of Thrones. I just bought this because I have the first one, and I wanted to read the series at some point, or at least the first book. If I like the first book, then I'd read the second. But this was just a nice edition, and it was only $2, and I have the first one already, so I just thought I'd add this to my collection. Then just quickly, I want to show you this book one of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This was $4. It's a bit pricey for like Harry Potter, but these editions are pretty rare and so pretty. They're so pretty. I have this edition in the Order of the Phoenix, but I kind of battered that copy up because I was stuck reading Order of the Phoenix for like 2 years or something. Obviously I wasn't reading every day for those 2 years, like I put it down for months and months at a time, and it just ended up getting really battered. But if I find this at an op shop, these editions, I'm gonna get them because they are so nice. And then this one I actually didn't buy, I was gifted this. It's another Crystal Sutherland book, which I read House of Hollow very recently, and I loved that book. I gave it a 4.25. And this is her other book, her newest one I believe, The Invocations, and it's about witches. Yeah, they're witches, they have magic. I don't really know the plot of the book, but it's like a fantasy horror. Then lastly, for fantasy, I got the Never-Ending Story, just because I want to read this at some point. And I found this on Marketplace, where it was in a set. She was selling 3 books together for $5 total, and I've been wanting this one for a long time, so I was like, okay. If you want to break that $5 up, this costed like $1.60. Then I'm going to move on to the couple of romance books that I picked up. This is Normal People by Sally Rooney. This was also in the 3 books for $5 that I just spoke about. So technically like $1.60 I got this for. I have read Normal People before. I read it years ago as a teenager, and I thought it was okay. I gave it a 3. I think if I reread it, I might like it less. So I'm probably going to reread it at some point, see how I feel, and if I don't like it, it's going to go in my unhaul pile. But for now, it's hauled just because I really wanted that book and they were all sold together for a cheap price. Then I found One Day in December at the op shop, and this was $1. I just know this is pretty popular. I think, you know, it's the type of romance that I would give a go at Christmas time because it's set across different Christmases. I don't think I'm gonna like it though, because I'm pretty sure she's in love with a guy that her friend ends up dating, and I don't, yeah. But I got it to give it a go. The last romance specific book I got was the first in the Bridgerton series, because I really wanted to read the Bridgerton series, at least just the first book, because I did watch the first season when it came out. I haven't watched it anything since that, and I was just like intrigued to pick up the book because I like the sort of Regency era. Truly our contemporary Jane Austen. I mean, that is what it's giving, Jane Austen type vibes. So yeah, I mean, it's just Bridgerton. It's just a Regency romance. And then the last stack I have is just sort of random. I didn't have enough to put them into their own like genres, so this is just the last random stack. I found Bear Town by Frederick Buckman. I don't know if that's how you say it. From an op shop. This was $2. Frederick Buckman is a very, very loved author and very popular. People love his books, especially like A Man Called Ove, Bear Town, and Anxious People. This is just the only one that I've ever found at an op shop, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to like him as an author, his type of stories. I'm definitely going to give this a go because they're very popular, but I can't say for sure if I'm going to love it. Then, just quickly, I got the Scarlet Letter. This is just a classic, but it's a cloth bound edition, and I found this at an op shop, cloth bound. It is a little beat up, fraying and coming apart a little bit, but it was only $2, and it's very gorge. It's going to go on this shelf, obviously. This is the stacks growing. Oh, then I got If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. I don't know. I hate saying names because I don't want to be wrong, but I saw this book twice in one day at op shop, so I was like, okay, I think I should just get it. It was $2, and I was interested in this because it's set in South Korea, and it's very much like obsessive of beauty, plastic surgery, just physical appearance. And I watched that K-drama show years ago. As a teenager, I watched My ID is Gangnam Beauty, and that's what this book is reminding me of, because she was obsessed with beauty and physical appearance, and that's what this book is. I mean, it is, because the beauty standards in Korea are insane. Then I found The Secret Life of Bees. I have wanted to read this for so long. It's been so long that I've forgotten what it's even about, but it is about this little girl who is living on a farm in South Carolina with her harsh and unyielding father. She has only one friend, Rosaline, a black servant. When racial tension explodes one summer afternoon and Rosaline is arrested and beaten, Lily is compelled to act. Fugitives from justice. The pair follow a trail left by the woman who died 10 years before. I said that it's kind of giving The Help vibes, because I think it's set around the same times as that as well. I mean, yeah, because she's a servant. Yeah, I think that will be a good read. And the last book I have to haul is The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I've seen a few people talk about this and love it, like love it. So when I found it, I was like, I'll get it. Oh, 50 cents. 50 cents. It's about 4 girls or 4 people. 4 very different lives are about to become entangled. Ruth wants to be remembered. Dora wishes she were invisible. Alice can't bring herself to leave. Hank is running away. They live in Alaska on the cold edge of America, where each one must find the strength, courage, and heart to survive. But now, I'm going to talk to you about the handful of books that I am going to be unhauling. The first 2 are in the same series, Every Heart a Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I reread Every Heart a Doorway last year and it was still just a 3. Like, I really love the concept of these books, of the doors just appearing and girls going through, and I love that concept, but I don't know what it is that I just don't care for. I liked this one a lot more. I never ended up rereading it, but the first time when I did read it, I gave it a 4 and I really enjoyed it. So I'm sad to see these go, but I just don't need to be keeping things that I don't love, and so I think it is time for them to go. And I'm sure somebody will enjoy them. These are first editions as well. I don't think that really means anything, but then I am unhauling Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I just don't have any interest in this. It's superheroes. A superhero romance. Like, I don't know. I used to like superheroes. As a late teenager, I loved Marvel, but I really don't care for it anymore. Then I'm unhauling Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare because I already own this book. I bought it thinking I had the Clockwork Prince or something, but I have this one. So I'm unhauling it. Also, when I bought it, I did not realize it had this gross, I don't even want to know what. But that's very rare. Usually the books I get from op shops are really good. But that's like covering words. Like, you cannot even see what's under that. So I don't want to throw away things. I'm probably just going to put this in like a free library, and I don't know. I feel bad for doing that as well though, because people could get really excited for it and then, but I don't want to throw it out. I don't want to throw out a book. Then I'm unhauling The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides because I already own a copy that I like much better, the one with the face on it. I don't need this, so I'm gonna unhaul it. Either sell it or take it to a free library. I don't know if I need to elaborate any further. Yeah, I don't need to elaborate. And lastly, the very last book, the end of this video, the last book I'm going to unhaul is The Complete Poetry of Emily Dickinson. I don't even know what, I would say indie published or something, but it's not. It's just an Amazon. It's huge, it's shiny, and I hate the way that the poems are. I hate this. I want it to, I don't know, be like 1 poem per page, or maybe 2, I don't know, but this is just like not enjoyable to me, so I don't want it. Plus the size is just so big. I cannot hold all of the books, there's still some on the ground. Okay, but that was all of the books that I hauled. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Let me know if there's any here that you think that I should get to faster than others, and yeah, bye guys.